Hi, friends. Hopefully this will be short. It's a simple topic. Well, yeah, it's a simple topic because it's just a simple concept. Um, Sometimes I have exercises for us, and I have an exercises playlist, and I'm just pointing that out. But the main thing I want to talk about today is that sometimes the way that I know how to teach something is that I literally had some of my awakening experience just with a shift of perception. And so I'm very aware of them, that like I find that, my perception of someone can shift. This is not really about like interpersonal relationships, but I find that like my perception can shift in one conversation. And I generally live my life as if everything is a conversation with the universe because, and for some people, they believe it's like, your personal kind of like pocket universe. And I kind of go back and forth on that because, consensus reality is real. It depends on what kind of perspective. There's the micro perspective and the macro perspective, and they're both legit. So, but anyway, I really live as if everything is a conversation with the universe, even if it's like, for example, your friend Bob, it's still like a conversation with the universe at the same time. And so I really live as if like my perspective shifts with every interaction, including if it's an interaction with like whether it's a person or like an elemental or like the spirit world, like anything in the spirit world. So like elementals, I'll go there, like dragons, like whatever interacts with you is valid. Even if it's like something darker, that could be your personal shadow, and that's perfectly valid too. I've been doing a lot of shadow work because it is Samhain month, and I've been working on shadow work for the month because that was one of my goals. But anyway, so I just feel that even like shifts in perspective have completely changed how I'm looking at things. And so I'm always kind of looking for that because I'm aware that it can be a thing. So sometimes that's why I'm not offering, like, I have techniques and I have, like I said, an exercise playlist, and that's perfectly valid for like when you're learning skills, and I'm going to do more of that on the channel. But the reason I made the frequency video is like I want to I want to help like you internalize that sometimes like things turn on simply because you have the perspective that, oh, like that's possible in the world. It's possible for this person. That means it's possible for me. So that's the only point that I have today. And I just wanted to underscore the frequency video, and that's why I made the frequency video the way that I did, without necessarily teaching you how to move frequencies, although I forgot to mention it's really like tuning a radio or turning channels on a television. I think the radio thing is more accurate, maybe because you can turn the dial up and down. So and also you can think about it as going through your crown chakra, if that's helpful to you, because that's how I personally found it works. But yeah, so now I've given that information, which I guess I left out of the other video, not intentionally. So I hope this is helpful. Remember that it's all perspective, it's all frequency, and like you can learn to control your frequency. And that's really just the point of these two videos. So in any case, I will see you soon for another Monday. Have a wonderful week as always.